MCC 11 teams were just announced. It is a Halloween theme and it just looks so good. The teams are super balanced and I think that it is going to be amazing. And before we start, these are my predictions. Don't get super mad. So let's get into it. And we will start with the Red Ravens, Captain Sparkles, Nihachu, Filza, and Tubbo. So I think just having Tubbo on the same team with Captain Sparkles makes this the best team in the event. But other than that, this team is going to do well. I don't think that they're going to be top 3. I think they might be 4th, maybe 5th place. If they could be 3, that would be funny because Captain Sparkles is always in 3rd place. But at the moment, I think 4th or 5th place is pretty realistic for them. The orange... Oh, hold on. I need to stop Dave's video of Ninja Tyler Blevins. Okay, the orange Oozes. By the way, I'm loving the Halloween things. Alright, Finn, Dave, or Kratzy, Minimuka, and CPK. So, Dave is like a top 10 player. He can normally get a top 5. CPK is like an above average player. He normally gets like, I think it's 17th place. He's got it like 3 times or something. But Finn and Minimuka just they're probably gonna get below 30 in this. So even though Dave is really good, even though CPK is above average, this team isn't gonna do amazing. The Mustard Mummies. I would have preferred the Yellow Yetis, but I guess this is fine. So Dan TDM is here, which is pretty cool. And we have Pearlescent Moon, Quig, and Smallish Beans. So Quig is absolute god tier. I think he's one of the top 3 players in MCC. But other than that, this team is not very good. I'm just going to be honest. Dan, it's his first time playing, and he's really not that good at competitive mini games. Pearlescent Moon, I believe that she places like around the 30s. And Smallish Beans, I believe, is a little bit better. So overall, this team has Quig, which means that they're going to do well, but don't expect them to be like, top 3. So the Liches, I don't know. But False Fruit, Green, and Rin, this is going to be a super fun group to watch. I think that Rin is incredibly underrated as like a support player, and he always like just makes everyone just play better, I think. And obviously, Fruit is a god. Green is like, he's probably a bit below average and like points wise, but he's fun to watch and he's green. And then False, okay, everyone loves False, like who doesn't? The Green Goblins, oh my god, this team is gonna be so funny. Connor Eats Pants is finally in the event. I thought that it would never happen, but I am so excited. James has come back after, I believe, being in MCC 4, and then Burren and Pete. Pete is gonna have to carry this team so hard. I think that Connor and James are both gonna get like below 30th place, maybe like bottom 5, and Burren is probably going to get in the 20s, maybe if he pops off like the teens, and then Pete's obviously going to be like top 5. So Pete is pretty much going to have to just hard carry if he wants to do anything, but this team is not meant to, be competitive. It's here for Connor to interact with James, and for Pete and Burren to kind of awkwardly see what happens. The Cyan Centipedes. So I don't want to overrate this team, but I think that they will be top 3, and that's pretty much guaranteed, right? I mean, Techno and TapL, they have insane synergy. I have been begging for this team for a while. And then Captain Puffy is such an underrated PvPer. And then Kara, she's not like amazing. She'll probably place in like the 30s or the high 20s. But still, she's not like the worst player you can have. So this team is going to do very well. Don't be surprised if they win. Aqua Abominations. I'm not really sure about the team name. But other than that, this team, they're not going to be amazing. They don't have any like insane players. Krinios is very good. But this team, I think that they're going to do like below the other teams. I mean, I guess that's kind of obvious, but yeah, there's not really much to say about them. The blue black cats, I think that everyone's already commented on this name, so I'm not gonna do that. But every one of the players here is like, they're able to hold their own, especially H-Bomb, obviously, because he's really good. But Smager, F-Whip, and Shovel are all good players. I mean, none of them are like completely outstanding, but Scott has potential to get top 10. Maybe F-Whip could. I am not sure. Shovel, she could probably, if she just try-harded just completely, maybe like a top 20, but I mean, don't count on it. So this team, they have a chance to do very well, especially with H-Bomb being such a good team player. And it's definitely going to be fun to watch. The Violet Vampires. Oh my god, Quackity is in the event. This team is not going to be very good just because Quackity is going to be terrible. I'm just going to be honest. Fundy and Tommy are both good players. Wilbur's like average, maybe below average. Quackity, yeah, it's gonna be very funny. I mean, if you wanted to watch a for fun team this event is just amazing for you. I want to say it's the Fuchsia Frankensteins. They have the Dream Team and Carl, who is finally in the event. Okay. Carl is not going to do well because it's his first MCC, and even otherwise, he probably wouldn't do well. So I'd say he's going to be in the bottom 10 players. However, Dream and Sapnap. Dream is going to be top 5, obviously. Sapnap could be top 10. I'd say it's kind of likely. And George is about average. I'm pretty sure that his average placement is 20th, which is, you know, the absolute average that you could get. So he could do anywhere between like 25th and 15th place, I'd expect. So this team, they have a chance. They really do. This was an incredibly difficult decision for me to make, but in 10th place, I believe the Orange Oozes will come in last. Dave, he is one of my favorite streamers. This is just painful, and he is so good at the game. But honestly, you know, CPK is above average, but Finn and Mini Muka just aren't very good. So, I mean, honestly, the other teams in this event, there's no one team of completely just for fun players. So, expect this, honestly, they could pull off like maybe an 8th place. But for now, it's a bit of a risky pick, but I'm going to put them in 10th. The Green Goblins, you know what, they will win first in my heart. But Pete has the potential to just carry them to a higher place. But I don't think that he can carry Connor and James. Like Burren, yeah, he's like an average-ish player. But come on, Connor and James, honestly, if Connor got last place, I think that would not surprise me, considering his entire thing is throwing for content. Unless Connor has just, you know, been playing blindfolded for Minecraft this entire time, and secretly he's like a professional speedrunner. But if that is not the case, this team is not really gonna do good. Yeah, they just aren't. In 8th place, the Aqua Abominations, and in last place, the Aqua Abominations in terms of team names. Yeah, they just don't have any one player that can, like, carry them. And, I mean, there's really not much to say about this team. It's a bunch of below average to above average players. No completely terrible players, but, you know, 8th place, that's what I'd say. In 7th place, I have the Mustard Mummies. They would be lower if Quig was not just an absolute god. They honestly could do worse. I think that the highest they could expect is 5th. There is no way that they do higher than that. Maybe if Joel just like plays completely insane, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, for now, yeah, sure, 7th. Coming in at 6th place, the Violet Vampires, which I think is just a really cool team name. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. Quackity is going to do pretty terrible. And Wilbur, he's like I'd say he's a below average player. He can occasionally do like above top 20, but that probably won't happen because this team is not playing like to win. If this team was tryharding, if Fundy and Tommy were just like going ham, this team could do a lot better. I just don't think that they're going to try that hard, and that is definitely a good thing because it's going to be funny. 5th place, the Blue Black Cats. Alright, so H-Bomb, very good. I've already said this, but this team is just like, there's no way that they would win, honestly. Like, even if they got to Dodgeball, I don't think that they'd have a chance. So, I'm just going to put them in 5th place right now. They could pop off, they could do worse. This MCC is just, there's a couple teams that are really good, but the rest of them are just so balanced, this is so hard to make this list. But 5th place for the Blue Black Cats. The Red Ravens, so Captain Sparkles, he is above average. Filza, he is very good, especially when he tries hard. Tubbo, again, when he tries hard, he's a little worse than Filza. Niachu, she's not very good, but then again, last MCC was her first one. Don't expect her to do like top 30, but you know, she could do like low 30s. So I expect this team to get 4th place. I wish I could say 3rd, but yeah, I mean, let's just get to 3rd place. Okay, hear me out, hear me out. I know that this is a very controversial pick. However, Fruit Berries has shown time and time again that he can just work so well with other people. Like, he can, without Fruit, the team would just perform pretty bad. Like, you could have a player with the exact same skill as Fruit, but without his communication, this team would probably be like 5th or 6th. But I think that they will get 4th place just because, I mean, they don't have anyone who's like, you know, a complete bottom player. Rin can do very well in certain game modes, and, you know, he's never going to be a top player, but again, he's still very good, like, team-wise. Foss, pretty much the same, but a lot better at, like, PvP modes. And Green, I mean, he's just kind of an all-around, a bit below average player. I know that when I say that all together, it's like, oh, this team's not going to get 3rd. But Fruit can pull a team together, and, I mean, this is kind of my, like, bold prediction for this. And in 2nd place, the Fuchsia Frankensteins. Okay, this is kind of a toss-up between them and 1st place. But honestly, I think Dream is gonna place like probably 5th to 3rd. I don't think that he's gonna get 2 or 1 just because he hasn't before. Sapnap will probably be low top 10. George will probably be like, I don't know, 15 to 20. Carl will probably be bottom 30. Or, not bottom 30. He'll be like below 30. So, what I'm saying is this team is gonna do insane. Just, if they do not make top 2, okay, if they do not make top 3, I know that it is just going to be a very sad stream to watch. So, you know what? Number 2 for the Fuchsia Frankensteins, I'm glad the Dream Team is back together. And, you know, I think that this is pretty common prediction, so let's just move on to 1st. Okay, so honestly, a lot of people might be thinking that this team will get 2nd or 3rd. However, I truly believe that Techno and TapL together are going to completely dominate game modes like Sky Blockle / Sky Battle, because they might switch it back to Sky Blockle. I hope that they don't, but they might for this next MCC. Either case, TapL and Techno are going to do amazing. Captain Puffy is so underrated at PvP. So when you have Techno, TapL, and Puffy for PvP modes, if you get something like Survival Games or Sky Battle at the end, they are just going to wipe the floor. And then Kara, I think it's Kara. I'm not really sure. She is like, I mean, you know, she's not the best player, but she's not gonna like weigh the team down, and she's really good at like, you know, moral support, I guess you could say. So overall, this team is going to get first place unless the Dream Team just pops off. But I'm not sure that's gonna happen. So yeah, this team is going to get first place. And in the finals, I believe that Techno will triumph over Dream for the second time. They will win in Dodgebolt. My reasoning for this is, again, what I've said about the PvP. TapL and Techno are both amazing, and if they get taken out, Captain Puffy is sure to still get a few kills. I really don't see this team losing in Dodgebolt. Techno is better than Dream at Dodgebolt. TapL is probably better than Sapnap at Dodgebolt. Captain Puffy, I'd honestly take her over George in Dodgebolt, but it's really a toss-up. Maybe George is better. And Carl and Kara, I'm not really sure how good Carl is with a bow, so I'm not really sure. But pretty much out of all the players, Cyan is just better with a bow, so they would win at Dodgebolt. Thank you for watching my predictions. Don't get too upset in the comments. And, you know, I hope that this MCC is going to be amazing. It looks like it will be, because Nox Crew is literally just the best. And, you know, I hope to see you in another video in the comment section, or, you know, anywhere. Yeah. Bye.